Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Well, women, we are here. Men, we are here as well. Let's rise. 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 Yes. Thank you so much. And you have to stay standing. Sorry, I just wanted to say that. I've been practicing that with my 1-year-old. But in all seriousness, thank you guys so much for coming out. I mean, 2 months ago, and the team knows this, there's about maybe 15 people in this room that's really been riding with KD Hall Foundation for almost a year. And I just really want to thank each and every one of you. And definitely I want to thank God, I want to thank the universe, and respect any other religion and everyone else that you represent. I want to respect all of that. Alexandra, thank you. You have been a very, very huge inspiration in my life. And I've only known you like 11 months. Yeah, but thank you, seriously. I mean, when it comes to the broadcasting field, which I'll get into that in just a moment here, but seriously, in the state of Washington, you and Paris Jackson have been role models. There's been several times where I've shared a little bit here and there, and both of you told me, Kela, just do it. Just do it. And I appreciate you so much. With that being said, I really want to be able to dig in, but not take too much time, so I know we have to get to our panels. But this poster board right here was 11 years ago. I was 22 years old, a senior in college, and I was a very striving senior in college. I was working for a top 10 news station. I was also a college student. I had my own sort of like nonprofit, a spinoff of this. It was called Sisters of Success. My boyfriend then is in the back of the room. He's my husband now. He was good, so I kept him. But in all this, I mean, I was set up for success. I was supposed to have been the next Oprah Winfrey. I was set up for success. I had everything there. And I made a decision that a lot of people make, young, old. I made a choice, and I stuck with that choice, and I knew what I was doing was wrong. I knew it. And I remember talking back and forth with this gentleman. My boyfriend, which is my husband now, said, Kela, don't you do that. And I'm like, David, come on. I'm really good with selling, as you guys can see. So I was sort of selling him. And I'm not going to dig into all the details, but I did share quite a bit with Susan Hutchison, and I'm happy you brought that up. But on this picture, me and my co-founder, Shantae James, we were both 22 years old, but I was also facing 30 years in prison. Yeah, me. This lady you see in front of you today, I didn't kill anybody. I just want to throw that out there. I see Carmen Best like, oh man, we gotta call the police. I didn't kill anybody, but I made a decision that many young people make. I got caught with my decision, and I'm an honest person, and so I owned up to it. I womaned up to my decision. I was facing 30 years in prison for making a very silly decision. Not gonna go into all the details, but I passed off information I should not have passed off. And I remember standing in front of that courtroom, and my husband constantly reminds me over and over again, I'm so proud of you, baby. That's the best moment that we have ever had in our life. And I remember standing right here in front of the courtroom. My legs were shaking. My sister, my family, my boyfriend, husband now, were standing in the back of the courtroom. And I remember the judge telling me, and excuse my French, I know there's a few kids in here, but I gotta keep it real with you. She won't be shit. She will never accomplish anything. So why would I put her in prison? And he said it to the prosecutor, and she said, well, she's a terrible person. She's worse than a person that would kill someone. She's a thief. And I kept hearing that go around in my mind over and over and over again. And I said, they don't know me, because if I do go to prison, I'm writing a book. I'm not wasting no time. If I'm gonna spend 5 to 6 years in prison, I'm writing a book, and I'm gonna start a nonprofit in the business, and that's where my mind was at. And so when Susan Hutchison spoke about being able to have perseverance, I don't know what I'm good at, to be honest with you. I really don't. But one thing I do know is that I have tenacity, and that I believe that anything that you decide to do, you can do it, and that no one can stop you. And I'm gonna tell you something else. As you get closer to your dreams and closer to your goals, people are gonna reveal themselves to you. Like Maya Angelou said, believe them the first time. Don't waste your time with people. If they want to get down with them. If they don't, keep moving. You don't have time to waste. We don't know how long we're going to be here on this earth. You don't have time to waste. So throughout this journey, the whole purpose of this speech was really to talk about the Women on the Rise journey and all of these beautiful women in here. I just love women. I have 4 sisters. So I was one of those girls that had to be raised because I have 4 sisters, and I was one of the youngest, and I had a big mouth. And the reason why I bring that to you all is because I'm not sharing it with you for you to feel sorry for me, because clearly there's nothing to feel sorry about. After that happened, I still completed my degree thinking I was going to prison. I still completed my degree, my bachelor's degree in communications and journalism. And I still went to college and not got 1 master's degree, but 2. And it's not about, yeah. And the education part of it, I'm torn with it, but I did that because in my family, we were first-generation college graduates, and it wasn't about me. It's about my daughter. Most of you know her. My 18-month-old daughter, it's about her. And that's why I got those, and I'm talking about before she even existed. My degrees are like 10 years old. But I knew she was gonna come here, and I knew that if I was gonna have a child, I was gonna have to show her, not just tell her what to do, but actually show her how to do it. And I really just wanna tell each of you, as you get closer to your dreams, there will be a lot of distractions, even at the finish line. There will be distractions up. It was distractions up until the moment we walked through this door. But you can do it. You can do it. You can have a career, and you can still have your own nonprofit. You could be as beautiful as Alexandra Lewis and continue to rise in broadcasting and continue to be able to motivate individuals. The ambassadors, I mean, I love you guys. This conference was almost canceled 3 times due to funding. And our college ambassadors, Ann Teray, and my husband, David, we figured it out. We figured it out. And then Angela Jones gave us a call on August the 1st, and she was the first person to put her money where her mouth was at. And because Angela Jones made that payment, we were able to hold down the University of Washington. What many of you do not know, and what Alexandra does know, is that I quit my job. I was a regional director of marketing for the YMCA. And when I told myself, I said, when my daughter turns 1, you know, David, we got to do it. I understand that this is going to be a struggle and it's going to be a sacrifice, but we have to. I have to quit this job. If we're going to have this conference in 2016, we need to be able to give it our all. And he supported me. And I quit my job without anything. And we ran around the state of Washington, me, Teray, and Allison, with a camera, not knowing what we're doing, but one thing we knew we were gonna do is connect with people, and that's exactly what we did. And we connected with so many women across this state. I mean, 4 o'clock in the morning with Alex, you know, several conversations with Debrina, several talks with Zenobia, and we're here. We made it. We made it. I'm not going to bore you all because we are running late, and I want to stay on time as much as possible. But when I say women on the rise, that's for all of us. This is not about Kela Hall. If it was, I would have quit a long time ago. I would have went back to corporate America and took my 6 figures and been happy. But no, this is about all of us. And if I'm being used as a vessel so that we can all be here collectively, Democrats, Republicans, the police, the community, if we can all be in one location together, guys, we have to continuously do this. This is not a one-person job. And one thing I will say is if we're going to continue to keep the Women on the Rise on, all of you are a part of that, which means all of you have a role to play. Thank you very much for having me. Thank you, Alexandra. Rock it, baby. You're going to rock them today. Yes, rock it. I love you guys. I'll see you in the VIP cocktail hour. Take care.